So I'm going to practice some comedy. The first one is Erotic 9/11. I took an English class in college 20 years ago. The topics were African American slavery, war, September 11th, and so on. The professor said your writings on the readings can be funny, they can be creative, they can be imaginative. Then he turned to an attractive woman in the class and he said, your writings can be erotic. How the hell do you write an erotic story about September 11th? When the planes came crashing into the buildings, we had a burning and steamy affair. It's the opposite of erotic. It's life and death. It's horrifying. I get what he was trying to say. I'm the cool professor and nothing phases me. But you can't write an erotic story about 9/11. Sorry. So this one's a little bit of a scrap joke. How many people actually give a shit who these celebrities endorse for president? I couldn't care less who some narcissistic pop star like Cardi B, Taylor Swift, Lady Gaga, and so on are voting for. You know, obviously, I endorsed Donald Trump for president. Some people say, Andrew, you're a communist. Shouldn't you have endorsed Kamala Harris? Well, regardless, who gives a shit who I voted for, you know? I mean, it doesn't even matter, you know? So, I didn't vote for anybody, by the way. You know, I didn't vote for anybody. I didn't vote. So lately I've been single, disabled, an incel, alone, and I'm always around my mother, father, and stepfather. I'm frustrated and they get on my nerves. But me, I can't possibly get on their nerves. I'm so fresh, suave, cool, and a pleasure to be around. But seriously, familiarity breeds contempt. And if I don't get a life soon, some think this might end like the Massapequa Horror House. You know, like the Amityville Horror House? It's not a threat though. I'm just letting you guys know if someone doesn't love me soon, I'm at my wit's end. To reiterate, I'm no danger. The men in white coats might not find humor in this. They might take it seriously, but to reiterate, it's just a joke. So I was having a conversation with my mother about going into New York City, going to mental health recovery groups. And she said, you know, go to the city. Don't be afraid to get assaulted by a criminal. She said to say, I dare the criminals to assault me. I get what she was trying to say. Don't be anxious, don't be scared, you might find love. But she literally said, I dare criminals to attack me. If a criminal really assaulted you on the streets of New York City, it would be a really bad day. You'd probably cry. If the criminal bit you, you might even have to take HIV PrEP. Hell, if you defend yourself, the media might turn you, the victim, into the perpetrator. So Mom, no, you do not want to get assaulted by a criminal. That would be a very bad day. So it peeves me when people credit their hard work to God. I was watching a hockey game and this hockey player scored his game-winning goal, and he said, thankfully the Lord was with me when I scored my goal. People who create masterpiece albums like pop music often credit their talent to God. You know what? I didn't create any of this on my own. God was my co-writer. But if I give God a co-writing credit, I might have to give half my money to the church. And I don't want to give half my money to that pedophile organization. So you know what? I wrote all of this alone. It's all hard work and practice. When I was younger, I was very naive, like elementary school. I was very naive. And I went to my father's work party with him. And a drunk woman came up to my father and said, drink, drink. He said, no, I'm with my son. I can't drink beer. So she poured beer in his hair. I asked my father, oblivious, why did she pour beer in your hair, Dad? And my father responded with, beer is good for the hair. I believed well into college, longer than I should have, that beer was a shampoo product or like a conditioning product that you could put in your hair. I also knew it was alcohol, but I thought that was a double use. I'm dead serious. Now in hindsight, I realize she was drunk. Beer is not good for the hair. So I had this $8 pen, and the Dr. Grit pen, and in middle school another kid stole it from me. I remember seeing him write with my Dr. Grit pen and it made me so upset. He stole my expensive pen. Well, in adulthood, just a few short weeks ago, I bought the expensive pen again. Now my pen is missing. Did the cleaning lady steal it from me? They say it's a paranoid delusion. They'd be after something more valuable, not an expensive pen, assuming they stole it at all. So my mother said to me, "Do you not see you need your psychiatric medication?" Not see? Was she calling herself a Nazi? No, it's ideas of reference. She was literally saying I need medication. There's no double meaning there. She's not a pharmacological abuser.